Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got one more game against the Rockies before we have an off day tomorrow. So because of that, let's get the subs into the game. We'll go with the non-apples first. I think that's how we usually do it. And let's... There you go, something like that. And we are filming late today. Today just had a lot packed into it. Had our department meeting after school today, so that put me an hour and probably some change behind when I would usually get out. And then my younger daughter has an early soccer practice, and my older daughter has a later soccer practice. And then you got to eat dinner after that, and then start getting the kids ready for bed and all that. So it's 9:30 as I'm recording now. That's definitely not our normal schedule. But we're going to get it in today. That's the important part. Maybe would have been nice if today was the off day instead of tomorrow, but I don't make the schedule. I just follow it. So Rockies managed to beat us yesterday 1-0. I'm sure Felix Hernandez had a lot to do with that. Pitched a complete game shutout against us. I do believe that's Joe Saunders on the mound. The numbers aren't looking great. All right, Phil is going to lead things off today. And Phil fouls the first pitch away. Ground ball, that will also go foul. 0-2. And that down by Phil's feet. 1-2. A ground ball. Morse charging that one. He gets it to first in plenty of time. Phil, a very slow runner. I think we have seen a couple slower, but on a scale of 15, I'm pretty sure Phil is a 4. I think we've seen a couple 3s, but that's about as slow as we get. Miyake, a high hop to first. Lundberg fields it but can't get back to the base in time, and Miyake beats Saunders there too. So, that'll go down as an infield hit. 1 on, 1 out. Quinton is going to bat right-handed. And he puts this up the middle, and it will get through for a base hit. 2 on, 1 out. Terry will dig in. In the game that the Squirrels won in this series, they put up 5 in the first inning, so I'm sure they wouldn't mind repeating that after not scoring at all yesterday. Terry with a 1-2 count, and he'll foul this one away to stay alive. That pitch a bit high, makes it 2-2. Called strike on the outside corner. 2 away, it's up to Frank to try to drive in a run. Still runners on first and second. That curveball down and away. Starting to feel like I should have grabbed a drink here. Might run to the fridge, isn't that far away. Oh, this one gets away right through the 5-hole. Puts runners on second and third now. A 2-1 count. There are 2 outs though. Frank hits a ground ball to third. And Atkins does get it to first on time. No runs in the first. Buck is going to lead things off for the Rockies. I will try to quickly get a drink. All right, an 0-2 count on Buck. And he will pop this one up. Sweeney goes into foul ground and makes the catch. A 1 down, that'll bring Scott Posednik to the plate. He puts a ground ball to Joey. Stitch working pretty efficiently. What, 4 pitches for 2 outs. Garrett Atkins at the plate. He looks at strike 1. Little pop fly into center field. Miyake waiting, and he makes the catch. A 1-2-3 start on that side of the plate. So no runs in the first. Sweeney is going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the second inning. Sweeney been on a bit of a tear. Got his average up to 366. He's hit some home runs and some near home runs as of late. Hits this one up the middle. That'll be a leadoff single. Martinez now batting. And he will not get that into the outfield. Actually, ended up being a better play than I thought. Morse had to jump up and make a pretty athletic play. Sweeney nearly picked off at first, but he does get back in time. So 1 on and 1 out. Joey at the plate has a 1-1 count. That pitch down and away. There's a called strike. Will this get in the outfield? It sure will, into the right center gap. And it actually gets a little bit behind the outfield. Buck scoops it up, but not before Sweeney can go on to third. 1 out, runners on the corners for Stitch. He's batting 188 on the year. Looks at a ball and wondered if he might try to squeeze Sweeney in with his speed, but not so far. He's got a 2-0 count. This is out of the zone as well, 3-0. That one in there for a strike, makes it 3-1. Another called strike. We've got a full count now with 1 out. A ground ball to third. Sweeney retreats back to third. The Rockies turn the double play to end the inning. 5-4-3. Squirrels heavy threat, but can't turn it into anything. So we are still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second, where Jeremy Hermida will lead things off. First pitch from Stitch is called a ball. Another ball down and in. 2-0. Here's a called strike on a frankly borderline pitch. Gets the call again on a high fastball. It's 2-2. And Hermida goes down swinging. 1 away. Mike Morse at the plate. First pitch called a strike. Line drive to third. Sweeney makes the catch. 2 down. Angel shot. I don't know why I'm stumbling over this name so much. Angel Sanchez now batting, and he takes a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Popped up, Joey will go into shallow center, and he will make the catch. No runs through 2 innings. The Squirrels back to the top of their order to start off the third. Phil ground out in his first at-bat. 1 strikeout for Saunders, the first time through the Squirrels' order. I don't remember who that was off the top of my head. Anyway, Phil grounds this one to first. Lundberg will pick it up and step on the bag. Miyake at the plate. He got an infield hit back in the first inning, a high hop that made Lundberg have to retreat. In this at-bat, a little more conventional hit falls into center field. 1 on, 1 out. Quinton got a base hit in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. That pitch looked similar, but he did not get the call on that one. This one out of the zone as well. It's 2-1. And this one is too low. A 3-1 count. And that'll be a walk. That curveball too far inside. That will bring Terry to the plate. Oh, he struck out. Struck out looking on a pretty good pitch on the outside corner. I remember now. Has a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Hits this one into right field. That's going to get down into the corner, and that will be trouble for Colorado. Quinton is going to stop at third. I thought he might try to score. Miyake scored with ease. An RBI double gives the Squirrels the, we'll still say early, 1-0 lead. I think, you know, cutting up the scoreboard into thirds. This is still the first third. Frank watches that curveball in the dirt. 2 on, both in scoring position, only 1 out, and a 2-0 count for Frank. That curveball down and in makes it 3-0. Fastball called a strike, 3-1 now. They tried to groove one in and Frank just missed it. Full count, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Sweeney at the plate now. He got a hit in his first at-bat and got all the way to third before a double play ended the inning. Hits this one towards the middle, does not get through, and I forget who's playing second base, but he made a pretty good play to end the inning. Squirrels do get a run, though, so they have the 1-0 lead. Lundberg is going to lead things off for Colorado. Stitch starts him off with a changeup, and it misses the zone. Hits this one, a pop-up behind second. Phil is going to go back and make the play. 1 away. Tenna at the plate. I don't know if they say it's Tenna or Tena or whatever, but we're going to go with Tenna. Don't see any tildes or anything to make me say it any differently. Don't know if this game would do that, but that's what we're going to go with. He has a 1-1 count. Swings and misses to make it 1-2. Ground ball. Stitch will go back and make the grab. Throw to first, and that will be the second out of the inning. Joe Saunders at the plate, hitting 149, which is, you know, about right for a pitcher. Does have a home run. Has a 1-1 count. Grounds this one off his foot. 1-2. Pop up. Sweeney's going to come in towards the third base coach and make the grab to end the inning. 1-0 Squirrels as we move into the fourth, where Martinez will lead things off. Martinez nearly with a hit to score the first run of the game. Morris made a really nice play on a line drive that looked like it was headed to center field. That one will get into center field and drop in for a base hit. So Joey got a base hit in his first at-bat. They check over on first. I doubt Martinez is going anywhere. He is definitely a catcher. First pitch is outside, though he might be able to outrun Phil, actually. Joey with a 1-1 count now. Fouls this one straight back. 1-2. Ground ball. This, I think that high hop actually turns into a fielder's choice. Can't even get it to second in time. So 2 aboard. Stitch at the plate. He ground out. No, he ground into the double play to end the second inning. That's what he did. He's looking to bunt here, although all 3 pitches have been out of the zone so far. He's still showing bunt. He does try to put this one down, but it rolls foul. It's 3-1. Bat goes back out. This one he gets down, and he tried to, well, I didn't know Saunders was going to get anybody there for a minute. He does eventually get the out at first. So runners on second and third. Phil at the plate takes a ball. And this one called a strike. Phil didn't like the call, and I didn't either. That pitch looked low as well, but we have a 1-2 count. Well, I guess he's consistent. I don't know if any of those were a strike, but Phil goes down looking. Brings Miyake to the plate with the runner still in scoring position. First pitch here is a ball. Called strike, makes it 1-1. There are 2 outs. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. And that pitch too high. That looked more like a strike than most of what they called against Phil. Ground ball that Sanchez picks up and gets to first, and that will end the top of the fourth. Still a 1-0 Squirrels lead. Buck will lead things off for the Rockies in the bottom of the 4th. One strikeout for Stitch the first time through the Rockies order. Buck fouled out in his first at-bat. Pops this one foul, but it'll make the seats. Grounds this one foul to make it an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down, Pasednik to the plate. He ground out, I think it was on the left side, but I can't remember for sure. Has a 1-1 count. Looks at strike 2. Ground ball fouled away. Still 1-2. Called strike 3. 2 outs. Atkins flew out to center, if I remember right, in his first at-bat. First pitch down and in. Grounds this one up the middle, and that will be the first Rockies hit and base runner of the game. Jeremy Hermida struck out in his first at-bat, the only strikeout victim the first time through the order. Swings and misses at the first pitch here. Hits this one right to Terry on a line. Not a badly hit ball, but right at a defender, unfortunately for the Rockies. So it's still a 1-0 Squirrels lead, and they will send Quinton to the plate to start off this inning. Quinton has singled and walked so far. Looks at a strike here. Hits this one right to Lundberg, who will grab it on the fly. Terry struck out and then RBI doubled. So he has driven in the only run of the game so far. Looks at strike 1. Saunders starting to get tired out there. A fly ball into left, and Pasednik will not get there. It falls in for a hit. I thought he was actually going to get that one. Frank is 0 for 2 so far. So that changeup misses outside. Swing and a miss. I'm not sure that slider would have been a strike, but it is when you swing at it. And that pitch was too high. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss. I do think that slider would have been a strike. Hits this one through the right side of the infield. That'll be a single. Runners on first and second. Sweeney at the plate with only 1 out. Sweeney looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Hits this one towards the middle, but not very hard. Will it be a double play? No. Sweeney is a 15 out of 15 speed, so not surprising that he beat that one out. Leaves runners on the corners with 2 outs. Martinez has been hitting the ball well today. So Morse made a very nice play on his first at-bat. So he is 1 for 2. That's an 0-2 count at the moment, and he will go down swinging. Almost had a base hit down the third base line, just missed it. Instead, it turns into a strikeout. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Squirrels up to 9 hits, but only 1 run to show for it. Mike Morris now batting for the Rockies. Lined out in his first at-bat. Hits this one towards third, but it is foul. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Called strike 3 on a changeup. He doesn't like the call, but on we go. Here's Sanchez. He looks at strike 1. Swings and misses for 0-2. This one goes to second. Phil scoops it up and throws to first. 2 away. Lundberg to the plate. He will look at strike 1. Fouled away. That'll make it an 0-2 count. Ground foul. Still 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That will end the 5th inning. Still a 1-0 Squirrels lead. Joey will lead things off for Indy in the 6th. Rockies are going to go ahead and change pitchers. There's Joe Smith on the mound now. I feel like I vaguely remember this guy, but I couldn't tell you anything specific. Joey with a 1-1 count to start this at-bat. That fastball catches his own. And this is fouled away. It's still 1-2. Swings at one in the dirt for the first out of the inning. Stitches hit into a double play and then had a sac bunt. Looks at strike one. Well, actually that was in the air. I thought it was a bounce, but it was not. So Morse makes the catch on the fly for 2 away. Phil at the plate, looks at a strike. This one too low. It's 1-1. Down and away makes it 2-1. Here's a called strike to make it 2-2. Called strike 3, and that will end the top of the 6th inning. Still a 1-0 Squirrels lead, and Tenna is going to start things off in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Curveball from Stitch gets a swing and a miss. There's a called strike to make it 0-2. Goes with the changeup, a line drive just foul down the first base line. That was not foul by much. Then a called strike 3 to end the at-bat. 1 away, Smith is going to get to hit for himself. I mean, he did pitch a very good 5th inning, so it's still somewhat early. I don't necessarily blame the Rockies, and he's actually going to come through with an infield hit. Swinging bunt works out. 1 down with the runner on first for Buck, his 3rd at-bat of the day. Swings and misses. Swings and misses again. And this one just a tad low. Don't know if I would have taken that if that was Buck, Fire Buck, but worked out. That one fouled away again. It's 1-2. Called strike 3. Buck strikes out for the 2nd time today. Scott Pasednik now batting. Runner still on first, now with 2 outs. And that's a line drive up the middle for a base hit. Smith will not go to 3rd. Does bring Garrett Atkins to the plate. I think he has the first Rockies hit of the day, if I remember right. He's down 0-2 right now, though. And fouls this one away. Still 0-2. Stitch goes with the changeup, and I think it hits the dirt, and Garrett just swings over the top of it. That'll end the 6th inning. We go to the 7th, where Miyake will lead things off for Indianapolis. Miyake 2 for 3 on the day. Got a couple singles in his first 2 at-bats. An infield hit and 1 into center. Has an 0-2 count in this at-bat. And he will go down swinging. 1 down, Quinton. He has, in order, singled, walked, and lined out. Looks at strike 1 here. He is batting left-handed now, for the first time today. Has a 2-1 count. This one down and in, make it 3-1. That one catches the outside corner to fill the count. Quinton hits this one, and it's carrying. Does he have enough of it? No, off the wall. I'm not sure exactly how high off the wall. It kind of cut away. Let's see if we can get a good look at the replay here. Oh boy, that was high off the wall. I think off that yellow stripe. So that'll bring Terry to the plate with the runner on 2nd and 1 out. Terry with a line drive into center field, and that will get over Buck's head. Quinton will score the second run of the ball game. Terry on his way to third, and he's in there with an RBI triple. So now a 2-0 Squirrels lead with only one out still. Smith wiping his brow. Frank at the plate has a 2-0 count. He swings and misses to make it 2-1. Misses outside, it's 3-1. Oh, Frank misses a very hittable pitch, ends up fouling it away. It's a full count. He pops this one up right in front of the plate. Tenna makes the grab. 2 down, the Rockies will go to their bullpen. And they'll bring in Francisco Cabrera. Or sorry, Fernando Cabrera, not Francisco. Fernando Cabrera. My apologies. Sweeney 1 for 3 on the day. Runner on third with 2 outs. Swings and misses at a curveball. Hits this one into right field, and it will get down fair. That's going to score another run. Sweeney stays at first. An RBI single makes it 3-0 Squirrels. And that will bring Martinez to the plate. He's hit the ball pretty well today. Did strike out in his last at-bat, but first 2 at-bats were good. Has an 0-2 count in this at-bat. And he goes down looking this time. That brings us to the 7th inning stretch. Squirrels up 3-0. Jeremy Hermida will lead things off for the Rockies in the bottom half of the inning. Go ahead and change pitchers here. We'll get Johnston to come into the game. And I guess with where we are in the order, he's probably only pitching an inning either way. But as it stands right now, it's also a save situation. So unless the Squirrels score more, which they could, but Hermida will be, our Hermida, I should say, will be scheduled to come in next. There, Hermida just ground out to first on 1 pitch. Mike Morse at bat now, and he looks at strike 1. That slurve misses inside. Goes back to it, and it's even further inside. 2-1. Fastball's too low. It's 3-1 now. Gets that one in for a strike. We got a full count. Foul tip on the slurve for strike 3. 2 away, Sanchez at the plate. He looks at strike 1. Fouled back. Ground ball that Phil will handle, and that will end the inning. We go to the 8th. The Squirrels now leading 3-0. Joey will start things off for Indy. Joey 1 for 3, although he did hit into a fielder's choice where everybody was safe in his second at-bat. Has a 1-1 count in this at-bat and swings through that curveball to make it 1-2. Looks at strike 3. All right, we'll pinch hit. Oops, sorry, hit the microphone there. Don't think I unplugged anything. Get Marvin to come in to pinch hit. Did I just see somebody was hurt? Oh, I think Jonathan was hurt, but he might miss a start. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Well, no, we got an off day. We'll find out on Saturday. Marvin, a fly ball that's going to make the seats foul ground. 0-2. He is batting left-handed. Swings and misses for strike 3. 2 away. Phil is 0 for 4. Ground out in his first 2 at-bats, struck out in his last 2 at-bats. Looks at strike 1 here. Looks at strike 2. And he will pop this one up. Cabrera makes the grab. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 3-0 Squirrels. The Rockies with the bottom of their order coming up. Is a safe situation though, so Hermida will get to come into the ball game. All right, Lundberg 0 for 2. Fly out and a strikeout. Swings and misses at the curveball. Looks at strike 2. Pops this one up. Hermida goes over and makes the... Oh, no, he... Whew, got lucky there. He dropped it, but Joey was right there to clean up the play. So that's actually gets marked down at, what, F16 or 1-F6? I don't know exactly how you'd put that in the book. But a bit of a wild play there. But it is an out. Tenna at the plate. He will ground this one foul. He still has an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 away. That will bring... They're going to let Cabrera hit. Cabrera strikes out. Not a big surprise there. So we will go into the 9th inning. Squirrels up 3-0, and they will start off with Miyake at the plate. Number 22, Miyake. Cabrera will stay on to pitch. First pitch is called a strike. Ground ball to first, and it is fair. Lundberg boots it and then has to dive to first. I guess that would have been an error, but Miyake just about a step away from reaching first twice on Lundberg. Brings Quinton to the plate, now his second at-bat left-handed. Very, very, very nearly homered in his last at-bat. Has a 2-2 count in this at-bat. I don't believe he swung the bat yet. Does here and comes up empty. 2 away, Terry. He's a home run away from the cycle. Struck out in his first at-bat and then his single, triple, doubled. Has a 1-1 count. See if he can get a hold of one here. Has a 2-1 count. Hits this one on the ground. It's going to be a ground out to short. Well, actually, it's an infield hit. He beat out that throw. Still not a home run, though, so... Please, that's one thing I do not believe we've ever done as the Squirrels. We've had some perfect games. We've had walk-off homers, a lot of other fun stuff, but never a cycle, I don't believe. Frank came through with the base hit. 2 on, 2 outs. Sweeney looks at strike 1. Pops this one up. Cabrera is going to go back off the back of the mound and make the catch. So it is still a safe situation. 3-0 Squirrels, and the Rockies back at the top of their order. So we will get Shibuya, who he did hit 50 saves the other day. I don't remember if he's gotten one since or not. I kind of feel like he has, so I do believe he is over 50 saves on the year. Though his first year, or maybe it was the second year, one of the early years, he had like 84 saves in a year, so I don't think he's going to hit anything like that. Buck looks at strike 1. Hits this one into left field. That'll be a base hit. So that will bring Scott Pasednik to the plate, who got a base hit in his last at-bat. Look at strike 1. Swings and misses for 0-2. Ground ball. Shibuya's only play is to first. It's an out, but it works out like a sac bunt. Brings Garrett Atkins to the plate. That fastball's too high. Goes with the breaking ball that's down by his feet. 2-0. Neither pitch super close. Neither was that one. 3-0. There's a called strike on a fastball. 3-1. And that's too high. That is a walk, and that brings the tying run to the plate. The Rockies are going to pinch hit. Even though Hermita's got great numbers, they're going to go with Josh Hamilton, which I can't really fault them for that, even if his numbers aren't there. Sure, it's limited at bats. But Shibuya is having trouble finding the zone here. It's 2-0. And that fastball's too high. He's about to walk the bases loaded if he's not careful. Instead, Hamilton puts this into center field. It drops in for a hit, and 1 run will score. 3-1 Rockies. Runners on the corners. We are going to get a pinch runner. Matt Holliday is going to come in to run for Hamilton. Mike Morse at the plate. There's only 1 out. Morse swings and misses at the first pitch. This pitch misses up and away. 1-1. And this one gets away. That's going to score another run, and things are getting dicey. 3-2. The Squirrels really could get an out here. Here's a high hop back to Shibuya. I don't think he can get it to first in time, and he does not. Another pinch runner. Hall's going to come in for Morse. And quickly a 2-0 count. Shibuya is not looking great here. Make it 3-0. Gets a ground ball. Can they get the double play to get out of this inning? They do. Everyone breathe a big sigh of relief. The Rockies, one of the worst teams in the majors, very nearly takes a series off of us. But the Squirrels squeak it out. Your final today, Indianapolis Squirrels 3, Colorado Rockies 2. Oh boy. Sure, Shibuya will be very glad for that day off tomorrow and recover from whatever the heck that was. All right, Terry is going to be your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. As mentioned, we are off tomorrow, and then we are off to New York to take on the division-leading Mets. So we will see you on Saturday.